Hey there, I'm Fort Hatchett with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. The U.S. government has stopped live animal imports along the southern border. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says it's due to the rapid northward spread of New World screwworm, or NWS, in Mexico. The announcement says NWS has been detected on Mexican farms. Those larvae burrow into the flesh of animals, causing serious and often deadly health issues. The Arizona Cattle Growers Association says shutting down the imports is the right thing to do for herd safety right now, but says it's yet another challenge for the industry and for shoppers.
That's just one more factor that is going to cause beef prices to go higher for the consumer. Hopefully, this will be taken care of soon, though.
And the import pause is month to month, and the USDA says they are helping release sterile flies in Mexico to hopefully stop the spread. And still developing, DPS troopers are still investigating an apparent road rage shooting on the I-10 in Goodyear. This happened early Sunday morning, where DPS says two cars were involved and someone in one of those cars fired multiple rounds into the other, injuring that driver's leg. DPS has not yet identified a suspect and is also not saying if anyone had been taken into custody, but they are saying that shooting is still under investigation. And in Phoenix today, a man is in critical condition after he was found shot near 27th Avenue and Northern. But investigators believe the shooting itself happened further south down near 27th Avenue and Indian School. So far, police have not identified any suspects in that shooting either. And on this Mother's Day, a reflection on recovery and sacrifice. While walking through a crosswalk in North Phoenix with her kids, Justina Valdez saw a truck coming which was not going to stop. And then at the very last second, she pushed her stroller away, saving her kids, but that truck hit Justina. 5 years later, she's returning to that same intersection and sharing her story with ABC15's Adam Klepp at the intersection. He's listening to Justina.
This was the crosswalk?
This was the crosswalk, and my head landed on the curb, but my elbow was on the street, which is the impact that broke my shoulder.
The truck was on 16th Street. Turning left onto Morton Avenue, Justina Valdez and her kids were walking to a nearby park. They never made it.
And they try and shoot a gap quickly.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that you were walking with your kids in this crosswalk.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Justina pushed the stroller with her kids out of the way, saving them.
I had pushed the stroller so hard that it hit that curb and the stroller flipped over.
The next thing she remembers is waking up at John C. Lincoln Medical Center a week later.
In the hospital after brain surgery, they were trying to stop all those brain bleeds.
The physical recovery was hard. Justina says it's the mental recovery which still continues.
It's every crosswalk, and it's been 5 years, and you would think that it would die down, and it doesn't.
But this Mother's Day,
I'm so overwhelmed with gratefulness of being here.
Justina and her kids finally got to Semita Park.
He did it! It's like a big bag game.
You made it here today.
Made it here today.
On her hospital discharge documents, a nurse wrote, "You are a hero." 5 years later, Justina says one heroic act doesn't make her the hero of this story.
It's a blessing to be able to save your kids, but I think that I saved them that day, but they saved me every day.
Adam Klepp, ABC15 Arizona.
Checking your forecast, I'm meteorologist Justin Hobbs. A warm start to our work week as you're waking up in the morning. 79 degrees here in the city. Going to be very breezy, too. We're tracking those wind gusts could get up to even 25 miles per hour. Now, it's going to be a warm day. We're going into the upper 90s by the lunch hour with increasing cloud coverage. 101, that's the high we're going to be shooting for in the afternoon hours. Tomorrow morning, also going to be warm in the high country. 60s for Sedona and Kingman, 50s Prescott, Payson, and Heber. Meanwhile, up in Flagstaff, low 40s. Tomorrow can be one of the more warmer days of the week. We'll see those upper 90s and triple digits across the lower deserts. Meanwhile, the high country getting those 70s, 80s, even up to 90 degrees up there far north into Page. Now, after Monday, though, temperatures will start to pull back as the storm system passes to our north, keeping us breezy into Tuesday, but we're only in the low 90s. By Wednesday, upper 80s, and then we'll kind of level out in those low to mid 90s for the rest of the week. For Flagstaff, you'll get down to the low 60s by Wednesday, and then hovering around those mid to upper 60s for the rest of the week.
And for the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.